The CBC's Dragon Den is a show about business opportunity, chance, and making money. It is where young and old entrepreneurs alike come to pitch their innovations and business ideas to the Dragons, a panel of wealthy investors, in the hopes of walking away with a business partnership. The show has gained great popularity as audiences watch businesses pitch their ideas, which will either be funded or crash and burn. But what happens to the companies and businesses who are fortunate enough to make a deal and impress the Dragons? What happens after the show? Is it all a farce, or do these companies go on to do great things? That's what we're going to find out. Mark Farrat is the founder and president of Farrat's Chocolates in London, Ontario. Mark was invited to be on the Dragon's Den and made a deal with chairman and owner of Boston Pizza International, Jim Treleving. For Mark, the show was not so much about getting a deal as it was about getting a handshake.
It's definitely a good business card for you. It shows that you have the right type of business and you're doing the right thing with it, and they wouldn't shake your hand unless they believe there's something there.
Mark says that being on the show alone has helped business and marketing exponentially.
Well, it's like being a president. Once you're a president, you're always a president, and I think the Dragon's Den phenomenon is once you're a winner in Dragon's Den, you'll always be a winner on Dragon's Den. If necessary, if I can do it on my own, I always say to them, and I am, the winner of episode 4, season 1, Dragon's Den, and check me out on YouTube and then get back to me. If you think that I'm the right person for you, then you give me a half an hour of your time, and it works 100% of the time.
Next into the Den, Australian sports fanatics who hope a dose of their culture will score big points with the Dragons.
When Emil Studden, founding director of Aussie X, an Australian sports program, ventured into the Dragon's Den, he was looking for $150,000 for 20% of the company. Him and his team scored a deal with Jim Treleving, but unfortunately it was dropped. Since their appearance on the show, they have expanded all over, including right here in London, Ontario. Kevin Frew is a London representative and instructor for Aussie X and says that schools across the Forest City have been very receptive to their sports program and highlights why it's been such a hit with the kids.
It puts all kids automatically on a level playing field. So because they haven't seen it, they don't know the skills. And so the shy kids are more willing to get involved because Johnny the superstar doesn't know the sport either. So they're not shy to get in there and have a go.
Londoner and fan of the show, Jared Vaughn, has dabbled in business and marketing since the age of 11, when he came up with a pet waste management company. Now, at 15 years old, Jared will be taking his innate business sense to the big leagues. After watching an episode of Dragon's Den, he was inspired to create his own business, an as seen on Dragon's Den website, where people can purchase products seen on the show. Jared shares how the idea came to him.
I thought, why not centralize all the products that were ever pitched on Dragon's Den into one website and sell where like a person watches Dragon's Den, they go to that website and then they can purchase anything they've ever seen on the show.
You can catch Jared on the Dragon Den's second student episode. Associate producer Michelle McMillan says they decided to do this special episode after hearing stories about young people's interest.
We've started to hear more and more about contests that happen from elementary, high school, and college, university, where people are pitching their businesses to a panel of people who choose a winner. So we just figured, you know what, students are interested in this stuff and they can take it in the den, so we let them try.
Do you have a business idea that you've been mulling over in your mind? Well, maybe it's time to put your idea to the test and feed it to the Dragon's Den. Who knows? You may be sitting on a gold mine. For In Your Backyard, I'm Amanda Whalen.